What's up, chat? CPI today. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All in. What is this? The casino. What's up, Ned, Michelangelo, Danny? I'm gonna try to say this name. Excuse me if I butcher it. Mesapeti. Aris, Nico, Rita, what's up? Kothan. I'm just gonna say Co. What's up, Co? Man got a new fade. Nah. My fade stays fresh. If I'm wearing a cap, you know it's not fresh. What's up, Wayno the Mayno? Okay, so last CPI, you know, I did a nice little note here on the side for. Sorry, just give me a second. I did a little note on the side for like just a risk kind of disclaimer. So we'll do something similar today as well, just so that everyone gets the memo. So CPI, you know, this is generally speaking, a very volatile event. Now, when the market is volatile, price is moving a lot faster. That means that your normal lot size you would use is possibly going to be more risk than normal, right? Because sometimes, let's say your normal stop loss is about 20 pips and you're using a one lot. That's a $200 risk. But let's say now, let's say for instance, your stop loss now because of the volume and the volatility is double that. It's 40 pips. So you're risking double. So just keep that in mind. Lower your risk accordingly. Understand that when you have this sort of news, you can also get whipsaws. You know, you can get 50 pip pullbacks on a minute candle. Anything can happen, right? Another thing is also just managing expectations. So, you know, we come in today and obviously we all want to have a great day. We all want to get that 100 pips, right? But this is trading. We're playing the probabilities. You know, we'll wait for the best setups. We'll play on what we've seen time and time again. And we'll manage the risk accordingly. You know, we make jokes, all in, full margin. That's never the case. CPI, I know everyone gets excited, but it's really just another day in the markets. It's just another day with new challenges and new opportunities. So take it as it comes, take what the market gives you. Don't come in with any expectations. We may even have a dead CPI. Who knows? Last 2 days were rubbish. Last 2 days were tough. Anyway, I'm down about 1% for the week. That's the other thing. If you're down for the week, don't think that you'll make it back today. Don't try to make it back today. Follow the process and understand that in the long run, process is everything. With trading, making sure that you are following a plan that you can replicate. You know, you don't want to take a monster win today, break all your rules, take a massive win and think that you did something good. Because if you break your rules today, you're going to break your rules tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, for CPI numbers here, they are forecasting 3.6. So just focusing on the year on year, this is generally holding the most weight. So they have forecasted 3.6, which is up from the previous at 3.2. Now that's a fairly big range. So I'm expecting price to come in somewhere between the forecast and the previous. I think that's our highest probability outcome there. That price comes in above 3.2, but most probably below 3.6. So if we get that scenario, let's say most probable, and then what will that entail? Overall, we are more bearish here. Looking at the daily, we look really nice to possibly see a continuation to the downside today. You do have issues here. If you look to the left, you'll notice 1907. We actually tapped 1907 yesterday. But 1905, this whole kind of zone to the left, between 1907 and 1903, you could get rejections, but the levels I'm looking at there are, let's call it 1905 and 1903. Those are basically my targets for sales yesterday. And then 1900 is also just a level where we can reject as well. So just keeping in mind some of the key levels to the left here that could give us issues, but more specifically, I'm looking to basically mirror this daily candle here to the left. So anticipating that we've got quite a clean move down here today. It will depend on the numbers. It will completely depend on the numbers. Nico, did you get the Zoom link? Shit, we've got 7 minutes. Okay, so keeping in mind that overall we are more bearish, and since that 3.2 last month was actually up, so we can see last month's numbers were up from the previous month. So we've started to see an increase here in CPI last month. So if we're coming out above 3.2, that's still showing us that we've had another increase now. And that's going to be bullish for the dollar, because this, like I always say, just relates back to Fed's monetary policy. So if inflation is high, the Fed is then more likely to raise rates another time before the end of the year, keep rates higher for longer. It also rules out rate cuts coming in too soon. So overall, it's going to be more bearish for the dollar, but since we would be coming out between or below the forecast, then we can expect pullbacks. So that's pretty much what I would like to see today. Is I actually would like to see those numbers coming out in between the forecast and previous. So higher than 3.2, but if we lower than 3.6, then we can expect pullbacks here, retest of the structure at 1916.5, or even deeper pullbacks to a key level like 1920. Or looking at the daily here, we can see 1922.5 for REC, but We got an order block on the 4-hour, right? So yeah, pullbacks to some of these key levels here for those sales. That's pretty much what I'm looking at today. Now, if numbers come out lower than 3.2, you know, that's going to be negative for the dollar, and we could even be looking at buys here back above 1916.5, 1915. I think buys are going to be tricky, but since, you know, the forecast is, like I say, quite a lot higher than the previous numbers here. If we are coming out lower than 3.2, you'll most probably see quite a deep pullback here on the DXY. Since we are at quite a significant level, we've been extremely bullish. You know, we could do with a deeper pullback. And if those numbers are coming out negative for the dollar, expect that deeper pullback on the DXY. And we could easily be pushing up to 1930 here today with that situation if numbers come out lower than 3.2. If numbers are higher than the forecast, so higher than 3.6, then I'm just expecting a straight melt. And then the game plan really would be, you could be looking for some aggressive entries on the way down, but waiting for a pullback would be safest in that scenario. So we've got 4 minutes here. Yeah, I could have hopped on a bit earlier to prepare, but overall, you know, let's just see how the numbers come out, wait for the dust to settle, and not do anything silly. So no gambling, no buy stops, no sell stops, never. One thing I will say is, if we get that scenario with the numbers coming out between 3.6 and 3.2, and we get that pullback to, let's say, 1922.5, right? So the first minute or two, we push up to 1922.5 with the news, and then we see price struggling to break above there. Then I can be very aggressive, try get in there with a tight stop. But what I would do at that position is go very low risk. And then I would look to add later after NYC. You'll see with the previous NFP, very similar scenario to what I'm trying to paint out here, where so here was NFP. On this particular day, I was looking to the left at 1953, and you tap that level perfectly. You can see that first 5 minutes of the news, the news candle, you know, you just tap that level and you never broke above those highs. So if you can identify some sort of level where price may react, and you see that sort of thing happening, and the numbers are coming out in line with that sort of idea, we can try something like that. And then, like I say, at NYC, possibly be adding to that position. So I'm expecting a move to the upside here with the news being released, but you know, it could be quick, it could be a whipsaw. You don't want to rush anything here. Here we go, boys. CPI. Okay. Nothing crazy. So we probably had numbers coming out quite high. Yeah, wow, okay. So yeah, higher than the forecast there. You can see, as discussed, we got that straight melt. But, you know, you just want to stay patient, wait for some sort of setup. Here, if we do break this previous 1 minute low, you know, we could easily be pushing into 1903 quite quickly off the news. This is not really something I like to do. So yeah, let's see, you know, if we could get pullbacks, a retest of 1908.5 or even 1910, that'll be amazing.
Yeah, so also pushed to 105, sitting there.
Yeah, you know, just this level is crazy on the DXY. I think let me get earphones quick because I don't even have earphones connected here. Times have changed. Times have changed.
Why you say that?
If this was 2022, bro, we would be at 1890 by now. What the fuck is that?
Bro, just look at DXY quickly.
Hectic. Bro, this is such a strong level.
It pulled back on a 1 minute nicely and rejected now. It just didn't pull back to like it opened.
Just with the dollar being at this level, I don't know if that's going to be enough to even see us continue to move up. Maybe later in the session. Maybe. Oh,
All I know is once we do break 105, bro, and we sit above 105, yo, dollar's gonna have some proper strength then.
yeah, 105, 105.5 as well. Because noise to the left on the daily. But let's see the weekly. I still think we'll get some sort of pullback because dollar's just been rallying. And this area, 105, 105.5 is tough. I mean, even with that CPI now, you did fuck all. And I think it's just because we're at such a significant level where if the numbers are not really hitting home, then, you know, this could still lead to pullbacks, like from a zoomed out perspective. You know, with CPI, if the numbers were like, let's say they came out at 4, we would have probably seen this move. But being at these highs, you know, maybe we just see some profit taking and a slow pullback here. Consider this, the forecasted numbers were 3.6, which is priced in. So if numbers came out at 3.6, you would have seen even less volume than this. We came out just higher than the forecast, so far it looks like possibly a dead CPI. But waiting for the 4 hour, waiting for NYC, it's probably going to be a safe play here. I can see on the 1 minute that we formed a low. You know, we've had a bit of a pullback. I don't know. I don't want to dabble in this range without any higher time frame closures. Even like a 15-minute closing below 1908.5 would be enough of a confirmation to at least drive to 1905, maybe 1903. But let's not mess around. Don't diddle in the middle. It's a pretty good way to put it. What's up, Storm? What's up, Pactorino? Chat. See you tomorrow. Still could see a pullback as a result of this. So let's say we come up and get a proper solid retest of 16.5 here. You know, you never really got a retest of this actual structure. We did tap 1915 there yesterday. You know, that idea was discussed to come into 1915 and then see that move back down to the lows, but that happened like through Asian session. But the structure to the left, the most recent structure, it was never retested. So we could still pull back up to 16.5 here. I wouldn't expect pullbacks all the way to 1920 now, although it's possible. But yeah, this is pretty much what I would like to see. That would be ideal. Otherwise, Sol's below 1908. The issue with Sol's below 1908 is that's more of a breakout idea. I'm not too in love with taking like breakout trades these days. Also, your risk to reward is just not as great. Whereas if we can get a pullback to 16.5, then you've got a great risk to reward here. And you've got very logical targets to target the lows that were formed with the news. So that would be ideal. But you're not always going to
Pre-New
get
York was
what's
then
ideal.
pricing in yesterday.
Yeah.
Pre-New York yesterday was then pricing in CPI today.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever asked that yesterday. The greedy bastards. In the past, I would have maybe taken something here. Because, yeah, like I say, you've had a pullback to kind of retest this minor resistance, but this is where you don't want to mess around. You don't want to be getting too crazy. The numbers were good enough for me to be aggressive with sells, but I don't like the price action. Maybe that's a biltong on the 5 minute. I'm just gonna wait. Wait for the 15. Yeah. Okay.
Because if that thing comes and breaks that low, bro, that'll be a fucking big biltong.
I mean, the last 5 grabbed a lot of liquidity. Think about it.
Mm.
Like a 50 pip move up, left a relatively small body compared to the wick and the previous bearish candle. Would consider that a biltong, but you wouldn't need the stop above that bullish candle high. I think you could do it like this. I don't like it though. I'm not feeling it. I bought a monster to give me a boost here.
Huh?
Looks like I might not even need it. Maybe I will need it. This price action is gonna put me to sleep. Oh. Okay, let me go get my monster.
Fuck.
BRB.
Tell him, Ned. Hey, Wayne, Ned. You ook see that fight that happened in Klerksdorp, bro? In that parking lot? Or did anyone else see it? Yo, it's hectic. I'll try to find the link. That guy's in fucking, bro. He got sentenced for I think his trial's coming up, but he got attempted murder. So yeah, but he deserves it. He's a piece of shit. You can see it. Yeah, this oak that. Yeah, like bro, like he hit an old man too, dude, for no reason. Yeah, but that looks fucked, bro. Imagine, but he came out on 2,000 rand bail, bro. Now he's just waiting for his trial to come up. Ah, shit's crazy in SA. Yo, Ned, wait till you see it, bro.
Energy drinks are addictive. That guy in big trouble, who?
I was talking, I asked Wayne and Ned if they saw the fight that happened in Clarksdorp. Did you see it? It's fucking hectic, bro.
Were they drinking? Obviously.
Nah, dude, it's about a chick, bro. Fucking, and it's hectic, bro. The Oaks like that. The guy that he's got sentenced to, he got attempted murder now.
Jeez.
Yeah, but he deserves it, bro. But anyway, I'll send it to you. You can watch it. It's nothing graphic.
Rannewy net nie brekkie nie. Anyway. 15 minute close like a piece of shit. What can I say? It closed bearish. You've got a wick to fill. It makes sense with the numbers and the overall trend that we possibly get the momentum to fill this wick, but it's terrible. What can I say? No, look at the 1 minute. Holy shit. Might start moving on this 15 minute. Did you send it? I'll watch that video later, Nico. It's not loading.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just like I say, a fight basically. I feel like we're getting like a delayed reaction of the cells. Like
Yeah.
CPI is not good to us, but I feel like we're getting it like it's coming. It's just delayed. It's like it's lagging, basically.
Oh, normally
You
when
see
it's
that?
like this, like you can still get a nice move, but it's probably gonna be off the NYC. I mean, we saw
Yeah.
it with
Uh,
NFP the other day. Yeah.
It did you see that it pushed down, broke the previous daily, and then it came back
Yeah.
lows.
I think just where the DXY is sitting, I think that's playing a big role. It's like, I don't know, you could almost say the dollar is a bit overextended.
Bro, it's just crazy how the way it came to 105, like, and just rejected, like straight. Like, I mean, look at the 5 minute, bro. Literally top 967, 970. But yeah,
Institutional levels. We're institutional traders here, boys. We use these bank levels here. It's big boy shit.
like,
Just know
yeah,
I'm messing around.
Ned, I know how you feel, bro. Makes me angry too. Thing is, that's a big boy, so not a lot of people would take him on. But the airways help. Yeah, no, let me not say that. Let me keep quiet.
Yeah, keep the politics off here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Give me my big.
Wait, let's go back to CPR. Last month's CPR.
Let's see what 0.2 did compared to 0.5.
1930? What do you mean a 0.2?
It went from 3 to 3.2, and now from 3.2 to 3.7. So 0.2 to 0.5. So if it's dropped, if 0.2 pushed it down, how's 0.5 not pushing it? Has to be priced in.
I think it's because the forecasted number is basically priced in. If it came out at forecast, like it wouldn't have had a major impact. Yeah, so this was the last CPR. This was a bit cleaner. Not clean, but you know, we took these cells here on the stream. Something like this. I don't know if stops were above this high. Something like this, right? And that move only really played out after NYSE. Yeah, NYSE gave you a pullback to 25. But you did start to move a little bit before NYC, but it was tough. But this was nice
So what
because
did
we
we
pulled back into a key level and saw rejections. Today it's a bit different. You're just in a range, so you don't really have the same ideas here. I want to see what happens at 16.5. But, you know, we could even get pullbacks all the way to like 1920 still. So I don't want to do like sell limits, but this idea is here.
Hey bro, I won't be surprised if our closes bearish and next hour pushes down, waiting for NYC to open.
It's ugly. You know, it's pretty slow right now, chat, but there's no amazingly clear direction. You know, I know some people will know what they're doing, but some guys are new. What I'm saying is, in this range, you don't have the clearest direction. Just be careful. I think it's best to sit on your hands at this point. Because at any time, volume could come in, that new 4-hour could open up, and you can see quite aggressive moves to set up for the new 4-hour. So yeah, don't be a hero. That's facts, Ned. Booze does nothing good for you. Blessed to be sober, not go to funny places. Yeah, hey, everyone has different priorities, but I like that. I like that way of life. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we don't drink on her, but we can't say we don't drink because December will come. We'll be in a safe environment and we'll drink. We'll celebrate. So it's different.
It's like
Very different.
in Greece.
Yeah, Danny. But he doesn't elbow him. He hits him with a fist, bro. Because I zoomed in and I watched it in slow mo. It's not an elbow. I thought it was an elbow too, but it's not. Just looks like it, but he catches him close. So very short hit. So that's why he hits through him. If you watch it in slow mo, you'll see. You know, and also like people that drink that have like some wine with their dinner, there's nothing wrong with that either. Like some people just have a glass of wine, and I mean, it's not like wine's the most unhealthy alcohol out there, you know?
Mm.
Hey, but anyone can do whatever they want. It doesn't bother me. We're gonna do what we do. Fuck.
Wayne says that's me. Yeah, it's
Oh, with
that.
the wine, yeah.
It's a buddy
But
thing.
like,
My dad also does it. A glass of wine around the supper.
oh,
Wine and steak.
wow, yo, Wayne,
Yeah.
the Bali. But yeah, no, but like, I get it, dude.
Uncle
Wine's not
Wayne.
bad. Like, I also, I also used to enjoy wine, but yeah.
Yo, I went through a phase where I was drinking wine. So, I mean, I did drink and go out and all that. Obviously, we all like go through that phase. Most of us, at least. And I think it was like when I was 18, like the end of matric. I was just buying wine because you could get a bottle of wine for fairly cheap, and it smacks like a bottle of wine or two.
Yo,
You sorted for the night, but
bro,
the hangover,
the
the
pop
headache.
star. Yo, isn't it?
Yo,
The pop Yo, bro, the pop
uh,
sucks. Yo, Carl, bro. Carl will put
yo,
that thing in his jacket and go into places, bro. And he'll just sip that thing. And yo, that's what Carl got the way he got when we went out, dude. Yo,
bro.
what's
Tyron,
harvest?
Tyron used to carry a box of what is it? Fourth Street or something.
The 4th Street, yo,
Mm. No,
in the
I
booth,
never
eh?
really went to a box wine phase. I went by.
No, and fuck me neither, bro. Never, ever. But yes, Carl and them drank that shit the once when it was warm, bro. Do you know how drunk they got? Holy
Cease.
fuck. Yeah, I've never. There's Williams there, he knows, bro. You see, 4th Street. Yo,
Eh?
Croc, you're there's
Yeah.
Taran saying it's supposed
No,
he
it's other
would drink
Tyron
that.
that I'm talking about,
Oh,
but yeah,
yo,
literally. With a funnel even. Still, Tyron, if you ever
oh,
watch this, you're
Kyle.
disgusting. Not you, Tyron Williams. Tyron Walker. Yo, wine with the funnel. That's sickening.
Yes, yes, bro. They used to come there and wake Carla up and fucking give it to him at like after 6 in the morning, bro. No, him and Bashan. You pull up there, bro. They used to pull up there, you know, by the older
Ew.
house in the cul-de-sac. There
Yeah.
through the back gates, bro. The sliding door. Claw. Funnels, bro. At 6 in the fucking morning, bro. Nah.
Yeah, the things that went down in that house.
Yo. We'll leave that alone. The sparking candle. How do you like them apples, bro?
I don't know, dude. Even the 4 hour, what is the 4 hour telling us? Yeah. It's anything could happen on the new 4 hour. There's no real clear direction there. Based off the higher time frame trend being bearish, based off of the numbers, you could easily see a wick fall here. But at the same time, this could be a rejection. You just back in a range. I think waiting for NYC, waiting to see a bit more volume is going to be a good play here. You've come just shy of 1915. That may be your rejection, and maybe you start even for that 4-hour wick. But this is way too choppy. 15 closed bullish. Don't like that. 30 minutes closed bullish. Hour doji. So essentially you could just erase the last hour because nothing actually happened. You opened and you closed at the same point. Other than the fact that we created a low here. I still think this idea for a pullback, I would like to see us retest this structure to the left. If we can get nice reactions there, we can give it a shot. Might even be a no trade day.
I was literally about to say I might just go make me food.
Our fancy 5-minute sales. Yeah, man. Yeah, I see what you're seeing, but I don't know. Personally, I don't like it. It's also the first few minutes of the new 4-hour, I see there's quite a few people here today. Oaks hungry for trades with CPI. Where's everybody from? Who's new here today? Has anybody taken any trades so far? And how's that going?
I'm gonna be back.
Cool. Anybody in any trades? Everybody's sitting on their hands today. They're hungry to see your bicycles. No. They have to pay for the OnlyFans. Hungry for knowledge. Fuck, I love that. Well done, bro. Good for you. Caught 20 pips on sales USD during London. Good stuff, bro. Yeah, now it's a dog show. Did you see the aliens news from Mexico? It's a... Yeah, hey. Things are only gonna get crazier. Got good GJ bars in London session. Good stuff. Yeah, if you've had good trades today, guys, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away now. This is not worth it. It's not worth it. Something might still set up. Maybe within the next hour or so, things should pick up. They do. We can see what we can do. I'll check it out. Quizzer. Aliens. It's a psyop. It's just another distraction. Overall, more bearish here, as discussed, but we are just ranging. So, you know, this range that we are in, the resistance, I would say it would be 1914. And you can see that we've basically had a reaction there already. But if that's a level you're looking at, just be careful, because this is easily a level where we could get a fake out. Just going based off of the fact that we have this structure to the left at 16.5 that hasn't been retested. So whether you want to look at it as a retest of 16.5 or a fake out of 1914, that's very much what I'm looking at here for now. Just zooming out, putting things into perspective. Discussed this zone on the daily here earlier on as well. You know, that could that could give us issues, right? So we've tapped into this zone. Maybe we do get rejections here and we start to see some pullbacks. Maybe we even start to see a range forming between, you know, 1930 and 1905 or 1900. And this could be a range that you sit in for some time up until, let's say, the next FOMC. I hate to say it, but I think that's a possibility. So your next FOMC is in 2 weeks' time, if I'm not mistaken. It's just timing is perfect for a range. It's in a week. Next week. FOMC is next week, Wednesday. Yeah, genuinely, don't be surprised if we range between 1930 and 1905. We already saw this range before. This exact range, same price points. This right here, we could get literally a mirror image of that over the next days leading into FOMC. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, will be interesting. Kind of been spoiled here with price action lately, I think. You know, this clean downside, clean upside. You haven't really sat in any sort of range like this for too long. But in these ranges come some interesting ideas on the low time frames as well, so I think it will be fun. Whatever happens, happens, hey? Can play games while we wait. What games do you want to play? Anyone want to play a game of chess? Oh, Ned. You know what will be interesting is if this 30-minute closes bearish, let's say below, no, I don't know. I was gonna say if we close below 1910, yeah, before NYC on this 30 minutes, that could be interesting, but I really want to see us at least tap 1915. So if we could close, let's just say we close bearish on the 30-minute there, I still think NYC could give you a pullback, at least to 1915. Grab a bit more liquidity. But at any moment, you know, volume could just come in. You have, from the lows that were formed, you've pulled back nearly 100 pips. So maybe we don't need to pull back anymore. I know V-Man was wanting those sells on the 5-minute. You know, that idea could be coming into fruition, and then you fill the 4-hour wick. But I really don't like this range too much. I think to play around in this range, I would need to see that fake out or that retest of 16.5, like I say. Render, let's do it. Add me and you can play. Although we got 15 minutes until NYC, maybe we just wait. Just so we're all on the same page here. Just gonna put here waiting for NYC. Your 15-minute candle closed bearish there. We closed just below 1910. But this is a bit of an issue here. I don't mind if we just continue to drop here. Based on this price action to the left, you know, I know that I'm not missing out on anything. And then what we can still see is NYC. So if we can get a nice drop below 1910 now before NYC, we can anticipate NYC to give us a pullback to 1910 or something like that on the 5 minute. But yeah, you would need to see a little bit more of a drop than that, because if we are still above 1910, still in this range, then we can get this idea here where NYC gives you that deeper pullback. I want to say like take out the liquidity here, but really, like I say, it's just simply a retest of the structure to the left that hasn't been retested. Paint drying completely. What's GU doing, Ned? GU. Also, paint drying. How does GU move at NYC? Hey, check my levels here. Did you want some GU analysis? There it is, bro. All you need is that level. Yeah, that was long ago for like a weekly breakdown for the memberships. It was just some trade ideas. You can kind of see they didn't really play out, but they were just ideas, like I say. Yeah, the way you are sort of respecting 1910, yeah, I would think that it's highly likely that we get a move to the upside, move to the top of this range, grab some more liquidity with NYC. Look, I don't even know if these sells will still play out. Overall, I'm still looking for the sells, but if they don't set up, you know, if we start to break back above 1916.5, you'll probably see this entire move from yesterday corrected. Could move up to 1920. But I would like to stick to the sells based off of the daily candle and how that news came out. Nothing is really shouting buys. Even if you do get setups on the 5 minutes or whatever it is, I don't know, the 4 hour didn't really give you enough information to be sort of counter trending this higher time frame trend. Sure, it was a rejection, but yeah, I mean, you still closed below this resistance. So like I say, we could still get a wick full on this 4 hour. anything can happen. But I'd rather stick with the sell ideas just based on probabilities. So chat, how's everybody doing? Who's new here today? I asked earlier on, it seems like everyone is a regular today apparently. Who's new? Don't be shy. Welcome to the stream. If you are new, thank you for being here. Hope you can take something away. So far, I don't move the market, so can't really do too much here. CPI has been overall pretty dead today. So the best thing you can do is sit on your hands. We often see cleaner moves after NYC, so just waiting here for NYC to come. And the cleaner setups may not even come right after NYC, it might be on the new hour candle. So just got to stay patient. I do think that with this news today, we can still see nicer moves later in the session. But like I said, coming in, don't have expectations for today. If nothing happens, nothing happens. I've almost accepted that today might be today is a no trade day. But I want to see how we come into 16.5. If we do get something really convincing of 16.5, then I'm happy to take those ideas. But man, right now, it's not looking beautiful. What is a bottom setup? What is a bottom setup? I don't know. Never heard of that. A bottom? Double bottom? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, biltong. Biltong. Hey. Yeah. If you from SA, let me teach you something. So biltong setup is basically this. Right here, let me show you. Okay, so it's where you get, let's say in this instance we were moving bullish, so you get these nice bullish candles, and then maybe you get a closure above a resistance, and then you get a weak bearish candle. So that weak bearish candle is what the biltong setup is basically. And then the idea is once you break that weak bearish candle high with enough volume, generally speaking, stops would be below that candle. And these ideas can give you quite nice risk to reward. So, this setup goes by many names. Some people call it a 3-bar play or an inside bar, if I'm not mistaken. Some people call it a celery. So, yeah, just had to put a South African twist on the celery, basically. It's a biltong. It's a biltong now. But yeah, powerful setup. Very nice. And you'll see it often. And when there's volume, it's beautiful. And there's many variations of it. It can look very different. So, I don't like to be too strict with my setups, because this right here is a biltong as well. This is a biltong, but look at this candle. We actually did break above this previous bullish candle high. So at that point you might be saying, oh no, that's not a biltong. But like I said, it completely depends how you look at it. And then once you break that weak bearish candle low, in this instance looking for the sells, yeah, you got these kind of setups all over the place. They're not always so clean, but you know, here's some more examples. So you can see we obviously moved into a level here where you saw some rejections on this day. Saw some rejections from like 1924. We started to move bearish, and then you could say that this 5-minute formed a support. But you would have probably seen the 15-minute candle. Okay, there we go, perfect. So this actually was a bearish 15 closing, and this bullish candle was the first 5-minute of a new 15-minute candle. So these are also interesting things to look at, the timing of it. So this was the first 5 minutes of a 15, and you closed bullish on the 5-minute. When you close bullish, you could say, okay, that's a support. But your 15 was extremely bearish. You're obviously coming off a strong level there, 1924, whatever the case. And then if you break below that support with volume, you can anticipate a continuation of that bearish move. So, like I say, maybe that's not the cleanest example. Maybe this right here is a better idea. Here, moving bearish, 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 and then you got that weak bullish candle, and then look how you just sold off so nicely. Okay, anyway, let's go back to what's happening here. So we are seeing a move up here before NYC. Looks like we're gonna close bullish on the 30-minute here. You know, these look like pretty strong rejections of 1910, to be honest. I don't know. Price action is tough. These are strong rejections of 1910. And it is quite a significant level when we zoomed out there to the daily and weekly. It's like 1907. So it's tough, but we'll see what happens at 1916.5. I still think that if we could form a resistance there at 1916.5, you can possibly still revisit the lows here from the news. But the 4 hours super choppy. Nothing convincing just yet. That's my favorite setup. I double the risk on this. Beautiful. The biltong is normally followed by a high volume movement. Yeah. Celery play, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a solid idea. It's a solid setup. I like it a lot, especially on the 5 minutes in this sort of time, like with NYC. Are you guys still there? Echo, can you hear me?
I can now, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, sweet.
What was going on?
No, my chat disconnected. So my internet must have just dipped.
Wait.
Even pullbacks to 1920 are still possible, but it's a little bit deep. First 5 minute of NYC closing bullish there, still below 1915 though. I'm hesitant to take rejections of 1915 just because that level is right there at 1916.5. That's really the level I want to see, but I do like that we've basically taken out these highs right here. I'd even wait for this first 15 minutes to just pass after NYC open, since nothing's too clear right now. If I understand the CME group correct, it looks like if it hits 1915, we'll go up a bit with new orders waiting. New sell orders waiting. Send a link, Danny. Please, bro. Not that I'm gonna really let that affect how I'm looking at things, but I think that's interesting. I use the CME FedWatch tool for interest rates. It's, I don't know, it's tough to be selling into these rejections. I won't lie. It just structurally makes a lot of sense to get a retest here and continue moving bearish. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be back now. I'm not seeing anything right now.
the rejection cells just make sense, eh? The price is funky.
Nico, what you thinking?
Rejection cells. Sell it when it rejects. In like a 5 minute.
Tap this.
Even if numbers are priced in, bro. Like I don't see them releasing that and then this happening. That's the only thing that's like in my head that's confusing me. Because yes, I get the pullback. I understand the pullback. But it's looking quite strong. So
Like
it's just
for moves up. You're not expecting the moves
yeah,
up. But it looks like we
I,
might.
it looks like it, but I don't like. I'm not anticipating it up, bro. Like I know, like 15 was what I had in as maybe like a retest, and then after that I had other levels. But I mean, fuck. Once it breaks that, then what do you do? It's broken through, closes through. Now, do you buy it? I don't want to buy it, bro. So that's not going to happen. I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm thinking the same thing.
but it is like getting stuck a lot of times and then breaking the heart, then sitting, then taking a lot, then breaking the heart. That's why I'm feeling like it's just fucking with us right now, and it's like delayed, and then it's still gonna come in.
This might
But
be the
oh, if it's
rejection.
priced in, then I'm in. If it is priced in, then I guess that's just this is what happens, I suppose.
I like these. I like this rejection we're seeing. Waiting for this 5 to close is going to be important though. That'll be our 15-minute close as well. And the new 15 could easily wick up here as well. So I don't want to rush into anything
Also,
before the 15-minute close.
45 minutes is also a nice time to have waited for the 4 hour to do its fucking thing. So
Yeah.
it's long enough. Technically, it should choose a direction now. Should. But yeah.
Yeah, if it's going to, like, it should be now.
Yeah. It's looking good. That's just like, yeah, 3 minutes for that close to wait. I mean, 15 is going to flip. If 15 closes bearish and we get that 5 minute engulfing everything, hey, coming back into the range after rejecting of 15. Something's looking nice now, at least.
I would like to see the new 15 wick up to
Yes.
1915 again.
What if it closes in the range? I wouldn't say 15 because then that's like asking for another breakout before coming back.
Mm.
I wouldn't want to see it go back to that high. I wouldn't like that. If we close in this range, I think like let's look here. Yeah, bro, if we close in this range, like I'm happy with the retest of like 14, depending on where we close. If we close right on 13, then obviously 14 is too tight. That's not what I'm looking for. Then 15, yes. But if we close down here by like 12-ish or something like that, there by that 12.5, by that support that's there, then I mean on a 5 minute, then yeah, is it a 5 minute? No, it's on a 1 minute, sorry.
Oh yeah.
You see, so if you, yeah,
I just feel like this new 15 might be quick.
yeah, but 15 is closing bullish now, so like it is changing up what the idea is. So we'll have to wait and see. Like,
I still like the
yeah,
the 5, because to me this is a very weak body on the 15. We're still seeing a rejection here.
rejection. Yeah, 100%, bro. It's just depending on where it's closing, the pullback that we're gonna get, the retest of that. So, 15 decided doesn't want to close weak. Oh no. But yeah,
Okay, 15. We did close fairly weak. Nice rejection. We had a fake out of 1915 there on the 5-minute. So let's say we take the break of the low. Break of the previous 5-minute low. Stops would be about 30 pips. Yeah, that 1-minute looks solid. Okay, so yeah, break of the previous 5-minute low. And I'm gonna get in here. I like what the 1-minute is doing. He did.
it's taking its time, but it's coming.
Okay, it's coming.
I got put in, bro.
Yeah,
I got put in.
is it? Never broke the low. But
Yeah, I can
I'm
see
just,
another low. But I think I
yeah,
had it like, what do you have? Yours is 13 flat.
no, I just got my finger here on the sell button.
Oh, okay.
I don't have time to set a sell stop.
You need to shoot, put finger on the trigger.
Might get a bolt on the 5. How's the 5-minute looking? Not necessarily a biltong, but same idea. Okay, chat. And I'm in. Stop loss will be 16.2.
At least now you're in.
Yeah, no, man. Okay, looks pretty good.
Something that is reassuring is DXR doing what it's doing. Just look on a 1 minute.
Oh, yeah.
Put a little support in at the most recent and then see what it's doing. That's what I did, and it's looking nice. We can see that bounce off there. So I mean, like, if you can go to 900, it should be nice. It should give us TP, I think.
No,
In my
yes.
opinion.
Final TP here today. 1903.
Do you see the 1 hour?
Yeah.
The 1 hour.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But there's 6 minutes left, so
We can close bearish.
we'll see. As long as the 30 closes bearish, I'm happy.
Yeah. Because it has the rejection wick in it.
Yeah.
Or just be nice if the 1 hour does too.
Final TP of 1903. You know, 1903 is only 20 pips from 1905. I think it would be sensible to just target 1905. If you do want runners, then maybe look to hold to 1900. But be aware of that 1903 level, giving rejections. So TP1, 1910, definitely a level to keep an eye on. But my TP1 here, I'm going to target the lows of this range at 1908.5.
Oh, Farman starting to look nice. Fuck. You said little most
1905.
recent support
Yeah. No, I just said
on 5 minute. Do you see that?
1905 will be TP1. Yeah. Most recent support on the 5, 1910. Yeah, 1910 is definitely going to be a level to keep an eye on. I'm going to look to have a runner to 1900. Based on the daily, makes sense. Anything can happen.
So I have the same idea, but then I told myself if it breaks 1900, I'll definitely get to 1897. So I'll put it at 1897. So
Look.
yeah. I mean, fuck, it's a runner. You know, if it
Yeah, I
gets
mean,
there, cool.
that structure there is nice. But 1900, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was just like, if it does break that, my 97's coming into play, bro.
Mm.
Fuck, I'm
Well,
gonna put on
weekly targets
96.
are 1890. What do you say we just have runners to 1890?
I like it. Let's do it.
Let's go. Just for the gears.
Just for the gear. Sierra, look at you learning, eh? My goodness. Kunjani Punani. Break even on the 1 hour wick fill. Justin ask.
I'm looking to go break even at the bottom of the range at 1908.5.
I hope this 30-minute 8 it's oats, bro. Because it's gonna have to hold out now for 2 minutes. If the T closes bullish, what you thinking?
If this 5 closes engulfing, then manage. I'm still okay if we're closing below 15, but it is tricky.
Fucking 38 is oats, bro.
8 it's oats, eh?
Yeah, fucking 8 is oats, bro. Relaxum. Make us stress like that for nothing.
I mean, this is a bit of a support on the 5 minute, but this could be essentially a bolt-on because we've had a rejection of 1915, this resistance, this general resistance zone. Your 15 was also engulfing, bearish engulfing. You know, it's only the 5 that formed a minus support there. So if we move in line with the 30 minute being bearish, then that would be just like a fake support. But we need to break that low. Those clean market conditions where you mark TPs before coming to the stream. I think what you saw was old TPs, because what I do is, for instance, here I won't necessarily delete this, I'll just hide the text. If that's a bolt-on on the 5, it's beautiful.
Are you adding to your position? Is this your only trade you've taken?
Yeah, it's my only trade I've taken.
Okay. Do you have any plan to add, or are you just taking this and that's it?
No, I'll just take this. It's late.
Oh, wait. No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, it's too late for anything. If we had something before NYC and then got another setup at NYC, I could have like added or taken multiple positions, but it's a bit late for me to actually add. Is this bolt on? If we break the previous 5 minute low, yeah, I would consider it a bolt on.
A Bolton would really be nice confirmation now.
You're not breaking that low ASAP, then it's going to be tough. Because it's just showing that we don't really have enough volume coming off 1915.
Ah, it's coming, bro.
But it might be one of those days where it like sits for a little bit, you know? Maybe the first 30 minutes of this new hour candle, we just sit here. Hopefully not.
Those 5 minutes gonna close bearish though. Watch.
Bearish engulfing.
The body, yes. No, don't worry, bro. 5 minutes gonna close bearish engulfing. body, not the wick. Don't stress. Watch. Might engulf the wick, but definitely the body.
Talk to it nicely.
I don't lie, bro.
Uncle Nico loves you, gold. Come on, do your thing. Let's go. Like I say, if we can break that low ASAP, we should be seeing nice moves here. Don't
Tell me
make me
something,
wait
Connor.
today, gold. Yeah?
Hey, Con.
What's up?
Tell me, do I lie to you?
I hope not, bro.
I told you,
Check
definitely
it.
engulfing the body.
Fuck, no bottom wig. Damn it. Just drive.
Was it too much engulfing? Oh, sorry.
No, it's good enough. It looks great. Just yesterday, those 5-minute no bottom wigs bit me in the
Ready,
ass.
bro? You have your helmet on. You ready? We're gonna go now.
We're breaking previous 30 lows. Okay, 1910. Here we come.
Helmet on, eh?
1910.
Yeah. When I tell you to put the helmet on, then just strap it in, okay? Just not yet.
Chad, how many pips do you want today? You name it. You name it. I'll give it to you.
You
You want 10 pips? You want 6 pips? Or you want...
well, if you want 10 bucks, there you go. Take it. Get away here. We don't want you to go away. If you want 15, there you go. You next. Go away. Okay, Con.
No, looks good. The way we've broken the previous 15-minute low, just going off 15-minute candles here, I think moving the stop loss into above the previous 15 is not a bad call. You know, we starting to move away from 1915. We're looking to push into 1910 at least here. So we don't really want to see price coming back up to 1915. I think it makes sense to even, if you don't want to be even more aggressive, putting the stop loss above this previous bullish 5-minute high. It's just above the current 15-minute high. But I mean, we've already filled the wick of the previous 15, showing that you've got nice volume. So I don't think moving the stop loss above there is a bad idea. I think once we tap 1910, I'll do that. But I'd like to go break even at 1908. Now, I'm going to move my stop loss in now. I don't see a point of delaying it. So I'll put it at above this 5-minute high.
Wait, Con.
Yeah.
Put that helmet on, bro. Because here we go.
Should I actually go get
You know what I'm looking at? Oh, okay, and then it doesn't drop, and then you're just sitting there in a helmet.
No, shit.
That'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah, I think it's fair, bro. I don't need a bigger stop than that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this 15 level is right here. Like, I want to put it above 15. But, nah. No, I'm going to have it at 14.5. So what's that? Shaving off, like... Shaving off about 16 pips from the stop. So, managing the risk, we already haven't taken anything off just yet. I'm anticipating some further downside, but we've got a choppy range here. You know, this is the time where you can potentially anticipate something cleaner. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. But I'm going to give it a chance. So I haven't secured anything just yet. Oh shit.
So
I'm having my stop here on TradingView, but not on MetaTrader. I'm so clever. What's up? You there?
go on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the thing I was looking at, bro, was the 1 minute on DXY, dude. Just look at the correlation because there's a strong correlation right now. We were at the lows and we were at that high on the 1 minute. And I was waiting for 808 to break, and that's why I said we're gonna put helmets on. It literally came, touched that, and the moment DXY came back from that one, from that, we pulling back now. So
Yeah, I mean, you do have a bit of issues here. If we can get above this little level,
I think
then
we're
we
golden,
should
bro. That's what I was waiting.
see this move here filled and then come back up to those highs from the news. And then
The
I
moment
mean
we break that,
that's
we
the
should,
idea here.
because like you can see it's pushing up a bit now, like not even a lot on DXY, and gold's starting to push down a bit already. It's correlating a lot right now because of the news, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think if we break this like 800, like 104.810 level, we can break that and push to like that same high. Even if we just get to that 960 or 970, that same high is what we got from the news. I think our
Yeah.
trade should be golden. I think we had like definitely break even taken off partials 110%. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, if you think about it, this is the high from the news, so it's not going to line up 1-to-1 with the low on gold, but we should at least push to the bottom of this range. 1908. Yeah, I mean, I got my support at 1908.5.
no way.
This range is stressing me out. I'm not looking at DXY anymore.
I need to close the tab as well, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
I didn't see those rejections. They didn't happen.
Oh fuck! I'll tell you when it gets better. Got my tabs open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had the first support, like mini support, mini support on DXY.
You
So
know what? It's 15 minutes about to close. Okay, maybe waiting for the 15 is a good shot here. But what I don't like is that the previous 5 closed like a rejection candle to the downside. So seeing another bullish 5 minutes also rejecting the downside, I don't like the look of that. Coming back to entries, you know, with the 15 minute about to close, we still bearish on the 15 minutes. was the first 15 of the hour. Yeah, we're still closing bearish on this 15. I'm gonna let it do its thing. No better stream on New York. That's a fact from the Bali. Shot Bali. Wayno the Mayno. Okay.
$19.05. That would be lovely.
Yeah. Would be pretty solid. I'll take it.
Like, do of it.
What about 18? What about 1890?
I mean, I'll even look at my chart up until that, if it's gonna go there.
We got a young 1 to 15, yeah. 5 minute closed nice. 15 also closed really strong bearish. You're just pulling up a little bit now, creating a top wick on the new 15.
That's like a biltong on a biltong, bro. Oh, on a 5, eh?
Yeah.
It's a biltong on a biltong creating a biltong. Or am I fucking tripping right now?
Biltong on biltong creating a biltong. Pretty much.
Yes, yes. Okay. Well, that means clearly one thing. You know what that means?
Full
Oh, you
margin.
got a fucking skyrocket to the downside. Maybe you should go get your helmet now for real.
I don't know. Not the woods yet. What is giving us an issue here? Okay. Yeah, I'm not loving what's going on. It's the first 5 of the 15. You know, we could just be creating a top wick for the 15 there. It's just this range, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. If we're not getting nice swift moves off of the rejection of 1915,
It's coming, bro.
Be careful. So
watch those 5 close.
I think that new 30 minutes is gonna do the trick. As long as we're closing bearish on the 30.
But I mean, it makes sense for the 15 to create this top wick. Doesn't make sense for it to break its high, but previous 15. But I mean, it makes sense to create that and now push down.
Yeah. Yeah, you also got this noise to the left here at
Even,
like 1913.
even if 15 closed a little bit of a weakish bullish body and then the next 15 kind of does its thing, I mean, that's also could also happen. So we might sit here now and then, because then it's like a 15 biltong setting up.
Yeah.
Makes sense what I'm saying, or you see
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying?
it does. Yeah, the 15 could be a biltong. I mean, that closing like that on the 15, I would say that's a biltong. And because
Yeah,
the
if it
30
was like
minutes looks like the way it looks, you can anticipate that that is a fake support, essentially.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Hey, but it looks a bit better now that it's starting to flip. This area here, like 19, 12.8, 19, 12.6. I mean, that was a pretty strong zone through pre-London and London session. It's basically your resistance through London. So we're back below that level. I think as long as we hold below there, we're solid, which it looks like it is on the lower time frames here. Just don't love this range.
I think it's the second time we get caught in like a range where it just starts consolidating on us after we take the trade. I mean, this isn't really too much of a consolidation because it's quite a like it's not the smallest of like ranges, you know, but it is ranging. What's the cock then? Hmm?
5 minutes close like a bit of a close bullish, but just basically candles printing side by side, still respecting this 12 point. Let's call it 12.7.
Shit, the best thing would be if this 5 minute engulfs the previous 5 minute and we just keep doing biltongs all the way fucking to the downside. That will be fine
Imagine.
with me.
Imagine. It's just a pain in the ass
Just
to
bolt.
sit through there. It was like every second candle is bullish. One of them has to give you a nice 50 pips though, surely.
Fucking, there's like no speakers or something coming up. Yeah. Some
Actually, let's
volume
just
back in
make
here.
sure there's nothing else coming up. I don't think there is, right? There's this crude oil inventories.
Where
4:04. No, don't worry about that.
it does do something sometimes, though, dude. I've traded off
Shit.
that big. I won't lie. That thing can do 50 to 60 pips
I
quite
never look at this
comfortably.
for gold.
I've traded it twice before, only. Not in a row, though. Just on the day, saw, okay, cool. What's this? Crude oil. Let me see what it happens. And then, yeah.
7th of September. But this happens every week, eh?
Mm-hmm. No. Does it?
Mm.
Oh. Aye. Bolt on a bolt on. On a bolt
Biltong, a
on.
biltong, and a biltong.
Grey eye bolt on. Yes.
Making me
Bolt on a
hungry.
bolt. How many? But bolt on a bolt on. Creating a bolt on. Oh,
It
wait.
is, eh? Look at the 5. The 5 is making a
That's what
biltong.
I'm talking, that's what I'm
It's the
talking about,
third
bro.
biltong in a row, bro. This one should give us a drop. Third time lucky.
Oh, yes.
You know,
Baby.
what the stuff up was? That first biltong, the 5 closed with no
Yeah.
bottom wick.
Uh, so then it was like, just tricking you guys a little bit. And then now, but you know what? What's creating me to be like, we're about to go.
Yeah.
Go look at the
Wait. Let's just see
Don't
this
yet,
crude oil inventories. No, I was taking trades
bro.
this day. Didn't we take sales here this day? We did. Everyone thought it was bullish. It was the 15 closing so bullish there. And I said, no,
I
chat.
think Aris is
Gold is
me.
bearish. and we took the sells here, and they were beautiful. But crude oil inventories, oh, that was a monster 15-minute candle with that. What else happened that day?
Crude oil is looking like it's a bit more effective.
Please tell me there was something else that happened that day.
Oh, Connor, there
Oh
goes the
no,
break of the
that happened
5
at
minute.
5. There was other news that day. We should be chilling,
Wait.
man.
We're breaking lows now, so we're going good. 1910 is just coming into play now, bro. So now we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I want to see the 30 close below 1910. That will be solid.
Well, fuck, there's 5 minutes in the last few seconds now. Must just close below the. Yeah, that's fine. Close below bodies.
Because if we close below 1910 on the 30-minute, surely the next 30 will at least push to this support here. That makes a lot of sense to me. Possibly even with enough volume. Come and get the wick full. But if we're closing above, then we could tap 1910s here, a bit of a rejection. See, it's really tough in this range, but we've got a nice 30-minute candle by the looks of things. Need to just see this candle close. It's pulling back a little bit. This 1911, also a bit of a support here. But these, yeah, it's an ugly range. Very ugly range. If you want to be aggressive with your management, then what you could do is the entry, my entry is actually like right at the high of this 15-minute candle. But then, you know, just putting the stop above that high. If you want to be aggressive with your management, not take a bigger L than needed, you know, if this comes against you. Like I say, I haven't secured anything. We've seen nicer moves after this first 30 minutes of the 4 o'clock candle. So this first 30 minutes has been a little bit choppy. Let's see what the next 30 minutes does. Still looks good. Overall, the idea is the rejections of 1915. Didn't quite tap that 16.5 that I wanted, but like I say, we still got these highs being taken out, you know, grabbing liquidity.
I won't lie, I'm a little bit hoping that crude oil like just pushes us more down, like, you know, to get us like done, like to finish the trade off for us. I'm just hoping that, like, even if we think it's not going to do anything, I'm hoping it does at least that.
Would be nice.
Would be.
I don't think it's gonna do much, but
nothing happened. Watch Hoppers 4 come and literally fucking nuts happen. But are you ready, bro? Are you gone? You ready? Must be a wizard quickly.
Be a wizard.
Oh yeah. Listen. Okay.
Doing.
Just be ready, bro. just be ready. Just be ready. That's all I'm saying. Imagine you really heard that doing. Would have been gag funny.
like that the 5 is closing bullish engulfing.
It's engulfing. Yo.
30 minutes, still bearish.
It makes sense though to pull back now if it's gonna push down. If crude's gonna have the effect, which I doubt. Crude oil comes out and we get a fucking CPR drop.
Probably imagine.
170 pip candle spawning, bro, like that FOMC day. Imagine from fucking crude oil. Yo, ha. Let's not play games like that, bro. Let's not. Let's live in reality.
It's actually still unbelievable to think that earlier this year there was that, I think it was like 160 pips pre-London trade, and it was really quick.
Fuck. Ah, what was on that day? GDP or something?
No, I don't know if there was anything
Just
on the day, but I mean it was
pre-London.
pre-London. Pre-London would just move. Yes, or it didn't need anything. It would just move.
For years.
Now London session is lazy. But I'll go
Yo,
find what it was. I know exactly where it was. It was this monster range. Hey K, what's up? I did see your message there. It was this beastly range. I think those pre-London sales were here. Yeah. This 4-hour candle was a fuck off candle.
Yeah, but once we were under 2000, bro, we had some big dick energy going on, bro, because we knew under 2000 we're going down. Like it sat at 2000 and just ranged underneath it for a bit, but once it started breaking some certain lows, I think didn't stop.
Yeah, I mean, pushed 200 pips.
And that was literally like when was that, Connor? In the beginning of this year?
Yeah, this was 19th of April. And the crazy thing is, I think the day before, no, I think like the next day, took these same cells, did it again. It was like 2 days in a row of just monstrous moves.
Yeah, fuck. Could only have those days back.
I remember my runner. So I think I ended the stream, and then I went to go make coffee after the stream, and it was not even.
I remember.
It was not even like 5 minutes. Like I left my phone and everything at my desk. I came back after making coffee. This thing is up. It was, like I said, it was up about like 160 pips. I just closed. Still essentially a bolt on the 15 if we can break the previous 15-minute low. 30 minutes, you have closed bearish still off of 19, off of this resistance basically. 1914.
I'll be on up.
Cool. This 30 minutes should get moving. If not, then it's probably never going to move. It'll move tomorrow. 10, here we come. So we're breaking the previous 30-minute low. We can see a nice push, but we got to be careful of 1910.
That's not the 5 minute. The previous 5 minute broke the Boltong chain.
Yeah, I
Aris.
would say
Like the
that's
15
unfortunate.
is doing a Boltong now. If you look at the 15, you'll see a very nice Boltong.
Yeah, so I wouldn't. Yeah, Iris, that wouldn't really be a bolt one because you see, this 5 was in the previous Polish 5 minute was engulfing. You know, you don't want to see that. If we're moving down looking for biltongs to the downside, you don't want to see the bullish candle engulf. So here on the 15 minute now, this would be a biltong where we've got strong bearish candles, and then you've got a weaker bullish candle, and then when you break the low. So this might not be an ideal entry depending on obviously what you look at. But that's the setup, you know, that's the candle idea, the setup, the candle setup, you know what I mean. Oh shit.
It's been a long fucking sit, bro.
It's been a long day, bro.
5 minute close straight away, 5 minute open, little top wick, and wants to break it slow, but it stops. Funky. Oh no, bro. Fucking go fetch your helmet, dude. We about to run.
5 closed, nice, eh?
Yeah, we're about to go, bro.
Now this 30 minute lately has been working wonders.
I'll tell you what it is, bro.
The 4:30 candle. Yeah.
I can tell you what it is, eh?
Tell
Genuinely,
me.
like honestly, I can tell you what it is.
He's probably gonna talk
You
shit,
see,
but what is it?
me, me and you, bro, we're really nice to the market, eh? Really nice, bro. So the market says before quarter to 5, we're gonna get you like to be done already. See what I'm saying?
I
So in
wish.
10 minutes, the trade's done. Watch, watch.
Yo, don't say that. It's gonna hit break even now. 1910 is giving us a bit of an issue here. You know what? I'm going to let it do its thing. This little reaction from 1910, considering we're in a range, you want to be careful. That might just mean that we stick in the range if you're not going to break below 1910. But what I'll do is I'll put my stop loss above the previous 15-minute candle. So it's essentially break even. And then it's either break even or nothing. So let's call it stop loss 13.3. Yeah, look at that, rejection of 1910. Ugly.
Psychological levels too, bro.
Let me just see something here. Okay, I haven't moved my stop just yet. Let's see, there's a lot of reactions here at 1914. Yeah, I'm gonna put it just above this bearish 15 minutes. Let's call it 1914.2. It's basically where it was, to be honest. But I've brought the stop loss in a lot from where it was, so managed the risk pretty well. If this 5 closes bullish engulfing, then I will look at managing my position. But right now it looks like you're just basically ranging here on the 1 minute. So this is basically some structure on the 1 minute. And as long as we respect this zone, we should be alright. I'm going to leave my stops exactly where they were. But I'll probably manage on the 5 close.
I know we're saying that it doesn't really have an impact, but that crude oil did come out cock.
Is it?
Mm. So this could just maybe be a reaction to that before we keep going.
The rejection. Okay, no top wick, but strong rejection of 1910, man. We're right back at this resistance, and with that 5 closing with no top wick, I'm gonna let it do its thing. I've managed my risk. You know, there are some rejections here at 1914, so my stop is just above there. And if I survive here, I know that there's nice opportunities to let this run. And I may even leave this overnight if it does survive.
I'm not going to move mine in not that tight yet.
Where's yours?
I still have mine basically where we had it at well, mine's at 14.8. I don't know if that's where you had yours before.
Yeah, I'm just
Where was
concerned we
yours
tap
before?
15 again. Initially it was at 15.8 or 16.2, I think.
Oh. I think we moved it in once, Moss. No, I've left it there
Yeah.
after we moved it in once. Like 16 pips. So
If you want a safer stop, I mean, it would be above 1915 at least.
like 15.80, eh?
Yeah, even above that high. It's tough. It's tough, it's tough, it's tough.
Tough, 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 tough.
It doesn't look amazing. It's right by the stops. Like I said, if you want a safer stop, you can keep it above there, but I don't love this. Yeah. Okay, I'm out, chat. Yeah, very tricky range here. Gave it a shot. So, saw these rejections at 1910. Could have obviously managed a little bit better there off of 1910. But, managed the risk. Had a 30 pip stop to start with. Took negative 16. Let's call it. Yeah, not bad.
watch it reject now.
Yeah. Two Asian sessions tomorrow. No, Ace bro. No thanks.
Oh fuck! Imagine, bro. Fuck no. That would be horrendous, dude. Fuck.
Don't fuck with Asian. And it's, I don't know, I don't see the point in waking up. I really don't.
Yeah, no.
You may get nice moves in Asian after the news and, you know, after this accumulation, basically. But I'm not expecting anything crazy. Okay, chat. Should we just do the spreadsheet and call it a day?
Yeah, 15 close like that. Yeah, 15 rejected. Nice and fucking closed up there. If it's gonna come down, this 15 should engulf the body and some of that wick, and at least close underneath the previous bodies, the two previous candles' bodies. Also, I don't think it's gonna come back at all.
And then...
Bro, where are you from that you say we should trade Asian? Like, what time would it be for you? What time's Asian session for you?
Same as us.
No, fuck, then why do you want to trade Asian, bro? Why do you want to be awake at that time in the morning? What the fuck? There's no point. Get some sleep, bro. Sleep is fucking good for you.
Yeah,
You need
bro.
sleep. Sleep's a cheat code, bro.
Sleep is way better than trading Asian.
Fuck yes, dude. Holy shit. No, thank you. My 2 a.m. Sacrifice my sleep for that cuck. No. It's like me telling you, trade London again. Gone. Imagine.
Yeah, no, literally. The 4 hour and daily weren't necessarily lining up. No, you know, we didn't have any confirmations on the 4 hour, so that made it tough. That's why I've got this here to note this. You know, that's quite a powerful thing. If your 4 hour coming into NYC is obviously in line with the higher time frame trend or the daily candle confirmation, then that 4 hour with NYC can often give you a nice move. But you know, we can see, okay, these things didn't really line up, and today was tough. Sometimes if you have a catalyst, you don't necessarily need a 4 hour confirmation. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we're respecting this 1914. But for me, that was also basically the hourly was flipping back bullish and breaking its own high. So I don't mind getting out there to limit the downside. And then so we could call it sell stop. I took a market execution. This was we were in a range and we rejected the highs, so rejected the resistance. It was actually almost like a fake out, but I would just say rejection. And then it was taken on a 5-minute off 1915. No.
Oh, fuck no. I just saw something funny, bro.
Sales of range
Sorry.
highs 1915. Stops were 30 pips. stops. Initial stop was 16.2. Was it 16.2? Yeah, 32 pips. Not a great week here, chat. And then negative. That was negative 17.
I got 16.
Yeah, negative 16.
I'm just saying that's where mine was at. Jesus.
Anyway,
My
and
door's
then
open, bro. What's that?
for the notes, what are the takeaways from today? I think it's difficult to take takeaways just yet because the idea could play out so, and we could respect the stop, and then maybe the takeaway is keeping the stop above 15 at least. I don't know.
I think maybe later, bro. Put it in later, maybe see what happens, how it plays out, and then fill it in. Because then you can write that, and then etc. etc.
Because overall, I think that this was pretty well executed. We sat through all of this noise, and look, it's still in the range. We're taking advantage of the range here, but waited for things to clear up. Didn't mess around with any of this noise from the news or the new 4 hour. Waited for NYC and those rejections. I had this idea drawn out here for the entire session, and that's basically what I waited for and played out. And yeah, I mean, I brought my stop loss in to limit the downside on the flip of the hour candle basically, so I didn't really want to go into too much drawdown or take a full stop after pushing into profit. Takeaways, maybe could have managed better, could have kept the stop where it was, and then could have gone could have closed half as we came back to entries there. Maybe that's a takeaway. Close half DE and ETH original.
Original stop. But the thing is also kind of like we were quite a bit of profit, I think. So like, if chat managed differently, I'm sure a few people could have got profits out too.
I'm sure a lot of people did. Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's many ways you could have managed. They did push into 28 pips, 29 pips, nearly 30 pips. But with the downside here and just the daily candle, I was expecting a little bit more, at least to 1908, which was my TP1. So that's kind of what I was looking for there. 1908.5. Anyway, chap, thank you for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.
Cheers.
I think we do have more news tomorrow.